Hello friends, in our previous lecture we have started the next chapter for accountancy for semester 2, that is a bank reconciliation statement. Yesterday we have taken the total introduction to this chapter, that what this bank reconciliation statement is, what does it mean, who is preparing, why it is prepared, and it is prepared normally for knowing the reasons of difference between cash book and passbook. But again we will say, here we are not correcting the errors, here we are only just finding the errors, and we are reaching from cash book to passbook or from passbook to cash book, only that is the thing. Now today we are going to see first on page number 269 that which are the methods for preparing a bank reconciliation statement. There are two main methods for preparation of a bank reconciliation statement, that is mathematical or endless method, or accounting method, or debit credit column method. Special remark I am reading: no question will be asked to prepare a bank reconciliation statement as per specific method. Means I cannot force you people that you use with the method which I am using. If you know second method you can use, but what I am saying is that my method is mathematical or endless method because it is very easy method. And in this method I will give you all the rules. For debit credit method I will not use that method in the whole chapter, and I will not give any rules. Rules are given in the textbook only. If you want you can use that rules and you can find that thing, but I will only follow mathematical method, okay, because I like that method and that method is very easy to understand for all our people, okay. Yes, so I cannot force you to use that method, but still if you understand my method is good and it is acceptable, then you can take that method, okay. So its specimen is shown on page number 271. On page number 271 they are showing the specimen: prepare a statement under mathematical method. Bank reconciliation statement of C dash as on dash, serial number, particulars, amount. There are two columns. From where we will start? Balance as per the party selected, our side. Now see, for that also again I would like to say that again come on page number 269, one box is given. They are telling that our side is bank or passbook, then opposite side will be business, that is cash book. And if our side is business cash book, then opposite side will be passbook. But friends, again I will say that we will always select cash book, our party. Always we will select our party as cash book, because the transactions which I am giving is related to that thing only. The transactions which I am giving now are related when cash book is our side, passbook is not our side. So friends, I am warning you again. I am warning you again that I will not complicate your work. હું તમારો વર્ક જરાય કોમ્પ્લિકેટ કરવા નથી માંગતો. હું તમને શું કહું છું, હું એડલેસ મેથડનો યુઝ કરીશ, અને ઈ એડલેસ મેથડમાં આપણી પાર્ટી હંમેશા કેશ બુક હશે, પાસબુકથી આપણે ક્યારે સ્ટાર્ટ નહીં કરીએ. એટલે તમને હું એક સિમ્પલ સ્પેસિમેન આપી દઈશ, જેમાં શું પ્લસ કરવો શું માઇનસ કરવો એ તમને હું સમજાવી દઈશ. એટલે તમને પછી એક જ વસ્તુ યાદ રાખવાની, તમને બહુ વિચારવાની જરૂર નહીં પડે. તમે એમ નહીં કરો તો તમને આગળ જતાં બહુ વિચારવું પડશે ને તમારી ભૂલ બહુ થશે. હું ગુજરાતીમાં એટલે કહું છું બધાને. એટલે હું જે મેથડ ફોલો કરું છું એ ફોલો કરો તો બેસ્ટ, ન કરો તો તમે તમારા હિસાબે કરી શકો છો, મને કાંઈ વાંધો નથી. બીકોઝ આમાં લખ્યો છે કે ટીચર કેનોટ ફોર્સ ધ સ્ટુડન્ટ ટુ યુઝ ધેટ સ્પેસિફિક મેથડ. હું તમને બહુ સિમ્પલ કન્સેપ્ટ આપું છું સમજવા માટે, બીકોઝ આ 6 માર્ક્સનો સમ છે. આમાં ભૂલ ન હાલે, એક પણ ભૂલ હાલશે તો સમ ઘણો બધો ખોટો પડી જાય, ઘણા બધા માર્ક્સ કટ થઈ જાય. એટલા માટે મેં આના માટે એક સ્પેશિયલ એક સ્પેસિમેન તૈયાર કર્યો છે, જે હું તમને આજે લખાવી દઉં એટલે કાલથી આપણે સમ સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ જાય. જો તમે એને ફોલો કરવા માંગો તો યુ આર મોસ્ટ વેલકમ. જો તમે એને ફોલો નથી કરતા, આન્સર તમે સાચો ગણી આવો છો તો પણ મને કાંઈ વાંધો નથી. હું એવો કોઈ રાખતો નથી કે બધા મને જ ફોલો કરે, ઓકે. યસ, so always we will select cash book as our party, so our opposite party will be passbook. So એટલે આપણે શું થશે ખબર છે, આપણે cash book ની બેલેન્સ થી ચાલુ કરશું, આપણે પ્લસ માઈનસ કરતા જતા cash book થી પાસબુક નો આન્સર આવવો જોઈએ, બસ એટલું જ છે, બીજું કાંઈ નથી આ ચેપ્ટરમાં. So you can see the specimen on page number 271. Balance as per the party selected, our side is always cash book. Then add the transaction, Okay, so now we are writing the specimen and we are writing some of the important things. Okay, so give the heading bank reconciliation statement, and for that give the heading methods to prepare BRS. BRS is the short form of bank reconciliation statement. Okay, remember BRS is the short form of bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so write the name of methods. Method number 1 is addless method. Method number 2 is debit credit method, and we will only use this method, so take this. I will use this method only. Okay, now after that you have to write this thing in your notebook. Okay, after that give the heading addless method for preparing BRS. Addless method for preparing BRS. For that, common rule. One rule is used for preparing a bank reconciliation statement. Which rule? Do what others have done. So whenever you are using a addless method, you have to remember a rule. Do what others have done. Why we are writing such things here like English? This is not some story that we are writing this sentence, do what others have done. But you know there are two parties, cash book, passbook. Passbook is the opposite party because I will always select cash book as our party. So cash book is our party, passbook is opposite party. So what rule we will use here? Do what others have done means do what passbook has done. Now I will again explain this rule. Which explains the following. What this rule is explaining? Number 1. If opposite party has added, comma, then we will also add. Opposite party has added, then we will also add. If opposite party has subtracted, comma, then we will also subtract. They are adding, we will also add. They are subtracting, we will also subtract. If opposite party has not added, then we will subtract. Now this is somewhat new thing. If they are adding, we will add. If they are subtracting, we will subtract. If they are not adding, then we will subtract from us. Because they are not adding, So what we will do, we have added before them. આપણે એનાથી પહેલે જ પ્લસ કરી નાખ્યું હતું એટલે હવે આપણે માઈનસ કરવાનું છે. And opposite to it, if opposite party has not subtracted, then we will add. કે હવે ઓપોઝિટ પાર્ટીને માઈનસ કરવાનો હતો પણ એ માઈનસ કરતા નથી તો આપણે પાછો માઈનસ કરેલો પાછો પ્લસ કરી નાખશું. એટલે સિમ્પલ શું છે આનું એક્સપ્લેનેશન? ઈ લોકો પ્લસ કરે તો આપણો પ્લસ, ઈ લોકોનો માઈનસ હોય તો આપણો માઈનસ, ઈ લોકોનો પ્લસ નથી કરેલો તો આપણે પાછો માઈનસ કરશું, ઈ લોકોનો માઈનસ નથી કરેલો તો આપણે પ્લસ કરી નાખશું. So has added then add, has not, has subtracted then subtract, has not added then subtract, has not subtracted then add. So this is the explanation of this rule. Okay, now we are writing the specimen of all the transactions and write a note here. We will always select, cash book as our side and passbook as opposite side. Passbook opposite side, cash book our side. Okay, always you do this thing only. Okay, electricity has gone. Now we are writing the specimen. Okay. Specimen of bank reconciliation statement. Specimen of bank reconciliation statement and its transactions. Bank reconciliation statement and its transactions. Which are the transactions coming? We will write a specimen for them. So heading bank reconciliation statement of Shri dash ash on dash. Means suppose bank reconciliation statement of Mr. A, then of Shri A, and it is for March month, then as on 31/3/16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, now which are the columns to be prepared? Particulars and two amount columns we have to keep. Okay, so now we are starting. How to start? Bank balance plus or bank OD means overdraft minus as per cash book, which is our side. We will start with the bank balance or bank overdraft as per cash book, and if it is bank balance we will show it in plus, if it is bank overdraft we will show it is in minus in second column itself, in this column. Okay, what is this right showing? You have to write the amount outside. After that add which are the transactions which we have to add. So how we will decide, friends? We have a list of transactions given here on page number 275 and 276. You can see on page number 275 and 276 so much of transactions are given and they are explaining through debit credit method, but the same I will explain through add or less method. So if you want to use debit credit method, you can see in that book, and if you want that sir is okay and he is explaining good as add less method, then you follow this specimen. Okay, so first I will give the transactions which are all to be added, then after that the transactions all which are to be subtracted. Okay, so I will write continue. See, if the space is not enough, then I will draw it here, but don't you think that sir is drawing two sides કે આ એક બાજુ છે ને અમે પણ બીજી બાજુ આમ દોરશું. તમને કાંઈ નથી, તમને કન્ટિન્યુ જ લખવાનું છે. એ તો અહીંયા સ્પેસ પૂરી થઈ જાય બોર્ડમાં, પછી હું અહીંયાથી લખીશ. પછી ઘણીવાર સ્ટુડન્ટ શું ભૂલ કરે કે સર આટલે સુધી અહીંયા લખ્યું તો અમે પણ પેજ બદલાવીને બીજી જગ્યાએ, એવું કાંઈ નથી. બધું કન્ટિન્યુ લખવાનું છે. એટલે પહેલે ક્લિયર કરી દો કે હું આમ કન્ટિન્યુ લખતો જઈશ, પછી કદાચ સ્પેસ પૂરી થઈ જાય તો હું આ સાઈડથી લખીશ. બરાબર? એટલે મેં ખાલી એક જ સાઈડ ડ્રો કરી રાખ્યો છે. નહીં તો ઘણાને શું થાય, હું બે સાઈડ ડ્રો કરું, તમને એમ થાય સર જેમ આપણે બે સાઈડ ડ્રો કરીએ. થોડું ઓનલાઈન આપણે બધા ભેગા નથી, ઓનલાઈન છીએ એટલે થોડું લિમિટેશન તો થાય જ છે, પણ તમે વાત સમજવાની છે મેઇન. બરાબર? તો ચલો હવે પેજ નંબર 276 ઉપર સૌથી પહેલે હું ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન નંબર 15 થી ચાલુ કરીશ, બીકોઝ 15 થી કરીને 29 સુધી બધા એડમાં આવશે ને એટલા માટે. એ લોકો ડેબિટમાં રાખ્યા છે, આપણે બધા એડમાં રાખશું, પણ આપણે તો એક એક ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન સમજીને જ કરવાનું છે. બરાબર છે? ચલો હું એનમાં 15th પોઈન્ટ વાંચું છું. 15th પોઈન્ટ, ચેક issued to creditors for payment of expenses which is not presented in bank. Okay, like electricity has come, so now you can see it properly. Okay, yes, I am reading the transaction on page number 276. 15th transaction, check issued to creditors or or for payment of expenses which is not presented in bank. Now remember the rule, do what others have done. If they have added, we will add. If they have subtracted, we will subtract. If they have not subtracted, we will add. If they have not added, we will subtract. Okay, now 15th transaction. Directly we are starting from 15th transaction. What they are meaning to tell? Check issued means we are giving. We have to give for payment to creditors. Now issued means minus. One thing, see, you understand, issued is equals to minus because we are giving. Deposited is equals to plus. Credited amount is equals to plus. Debited amount is equals to minus, but this is for bank. If bank is crediting our amount, means bank is adding. If bank is debiting our amount, it is bank is subtract. So you have to remember this small things also. Okay, so you have to remember this small things also. This you write in the margin of your notebook. You are having a margin outside, so that you can see it whenever you require. So આ વસ્તુ તમે તમારી માર્જિનમાં ઉપર લખી નાખો. Issued minus, deposited plus, bank credited amount plus, bank debited amount minus, in the margin of your notebook, not any other way. Okay, so again read the transaction and try to understand what they are meaning to tell you. Check issued to creditors for payment of expenses which is not presented in bank. We are giving a check to our creditors, means we are subtracting from our cash book, but that check is not presented in the bank. Our creditors are not giving that check in the bank. So what will be the effect of the transaction? We have subtracted, but bank have not subtracted from our bank account, means we have decreased our bank balance. Bank has not decreased our balance, means bank has not subtracted. If bank has not subtracted, we will add. Okay, so right here, checks issued for payment, comma, not presented in bank. Amount we will write in the first column. Again I will explain. Checks issued means we have issuing the check, we are decreasing our bank balance from our cash book, means we are subtracting. But the check is not presented. Our creditors, they are not giving our check in our bank. So unless and until they are not giving our check in the bank, bank will not decrease our balance, means bank is not subtracting, so we are adding. Okay. Now next 16th one. Amount collected on behalf of the trader credited by the bank means added by the bank, which is not recorded in cash book. Now understand. Amount collected by the bank. Bank is collecting amount on behalf of us. He is crediting. Bank is crediting means bank is adding, but we are not giving any effect in our cash book. Now what bank is doing? Bank is adding, so we will also add. Don't think about our cash book. What we have done, આપણા વિશે વિચારવાની જરૂર નથી. Do what others have done. સામેવાળા શું કરે છે? So what they are writing? Bank has credited, but we have not done anything. Means bank have added, we will also add. So amount collected on behalf of trader. On behalf of trader credited by bank, comma, unrecorded in cash book. So bank is collecting, bank is crediting, means bank is adding. What we have to do now, do what others have done. Bank has added, we will also add. Next 17th. Amount deposited by a customer in trader's account directly, which is not recorded in cash book. One of our trader means one of our customer is depositing the money in our bank account, not giving to us, not giving cash to us, but he is directly depositing the money in our account. So bank will add our balance. So if bank is adding, we will also have to add. Amount directly deposited by a customer in our account, unrecorded in cash book. Again we have to add. And see, there are some transactions you can remember directly. When the word amount directly deposited by customer given, you always add, because customers are depositing the money in our bank account, so bank will increase our balance. So bank is adding, we will also add. Number 4. Eighteenth one. Checks drawn but left to given. Again, one more thing. You add in the margin, drawn means also minus. Means we are drawing the check for our creditors, or to whom we have to make the payment. But they are left to be given. We are making the check, so we are decreasing the bank balance. But that same check we have to give to our traders, so that they will give in the bank. So we are not giving the check to our traders, but we are just decreasing our balance. So we are decreasing our balance. Bank is not doing anything. So bank is not subtracting. So bank is not subtracting. So we will add. Checks drawn but left to be given. Means we are making the check, we are decreasing our bank balance in our cash book, but we are not giving to the person to whom we have to give. So we are not giving, so he can't give to the bank. If he can give to the bank, bank cannot subtract, so bank cannot subtract, we will add. So this is similar to this. Here we are issuing our check, we are giving to our creditors, but creditors are not giving in the bank. Here we are only not giving to creditors, so they will not give to the bank. So again, the bank is not subtracting, we will add. Next, Interest allowed by bank and credited in passbook which is not recorded in cash book. Allowed means bank is giving us the interest. Bank is giving interest in our account. Bank is crediting. So bank is adding. We will also add. Interest credited by bank unrecorded in cash book. 6. Check issued but not paid by bank or dishonored which is recorded. Okay, not paid you got, check issued but not paid you got, because the same thing is coming here. Check issued for payment. Same thing is coming in the first transaction. So in this transaction we will write only this much. Checks dishonored, comma, unrecorded in cash book. Why we have to add, I will explain. Dishonor means reject. Dishonor means reject. So, we are giving a check to our creditor. Now that creditor is giving that check in our bank and that check is rejected by the bank. There are many reasons to reject the check that we don't have to discuss now, because I have already explained in chapter number 6 why our check is dishonored. Now bank is rejecting the check. Now bank is rejecting the check means bank is not accepting the payment, bank is not subtracting, so we will add. So always remember, check is dishonored means check is rejected, you have to add the thing. Why? Because we are giving the check and that same check is rejected by the bank. Rejected by the bank means bank is not subtracting, so we will have to add. Next, bills receivable collected by the bank on our behalf which is not recorded. See here, bank is collecting the amount normally. Now bank is collecting the amount through our bills. So again bank is collecting for us, bank is adding, we will also add. Bills receivable collected by bank unrecorded in cash book. Next, number 8. Okay, bank charges collected by bank recorded twice in cash book. Now you understand this thing. Bank charges are recorded by bank only one time, but we are recording it 2 times. In our cash book there is debit side and credit side. Now bank charges is our expense, so cash goes out, so credit. We have to credit only one time, but by mistake we are crediting 2 times. So we are subtracting, we are decreasing our bank balance 2 times, so one time we have to increase. This is very simple to understand. Bank is currently doing his work, but we are doing our work wrong. So what we have to do, we have to add one time, because we have decreased our bank balance due to bank charges 2 times. But now actually it is only one time, so we will add again. Bank charges recorded twice in cash book. Bank charges recorded twice in cash book, so we will have to add. Okay. Bank charges waived off by bank recorded in passbook which is not recorded in cash book. Now what is the meaning of waived off? Waived off means bank has cancelled. Bank has cancelled the bank charges and giving the refund to us. Giving the refund to us, and we are not recording in our cash book. Means sometimes it is happening that actually bank is taking 50 rupees charge from us. So bank has taken the charge, bank has subtracted. Now after some time if we are requesting the bank to refund the charge because that was additional charges. Sometimes it is possible that when we are purchasing anything online and bank is charging extra amount, so we will inform the bank that why you are charging the extra amount. So bank will cancel that charge and again add to our account. If bank is adding, we will also add. So bank charges waived off by bank unrecorded in cash flow. Okay. Next, number 10. Now, the 24th transaction in the book, that is very important. Interest allowed by the bank means interest is given by the bank, recorded on the payment side of cash book by mistake. Now actually when bank is giving the interest, bank is crediting because bank is adding. Now by mistake we are writing that interest amount on credit side of cash book as payment. Actually it is received, but we are writing as payment. See, I will explain that example here. Suppose this is bank account in our cash book. Now bank is crediting the interest because bank is giving the interest, bank is crediting the interest. So if bank is crediting, we have to debit. This is receipt side, this is payment side. Suppose that interest is 100 rupees. So we have to write to bank interest 100 rupees. This is the correct entry. But what mistake we are doing? We are not writing on debit side, and by mistake we are showing on credit side by bank interest 100. Actually we have to debit, but by mistake we are crediting it. So now what to do? We cannot strike any amount in account. You have to reverse. Reverse means you have to write on opposite side. To reversal amount means refund the amount. And again actual entry is also recorded here to bank interest. See, this is for cancelling. I said that in accounting you cannot strike any transaction. You have to pass the opposite entry. So by mistakenly we are crediting it. So we have to debit the reverse amount, and actually it is recorded on debit side. This will be cancelled. 100 will be cancelled, and actually we have to record on debit side. So in short we have to write on receipt side rupees 200, double the amount. Why we have to double the amount? Because by mistakenly when we are writing the amount on opposite side, we have to write the double amount on the opposite side. Actually it is to be recorded on debit side. By mistakenly we have recorded on credit side. So by mistakenly we have shown it is an payment. So now we will show it is an receipt. Receipt means always plus. Okay. So interest allowed by a bank is recorded twice on is recorded on payment side of cash book. So we will write here with double amount, because by mistakenly we have recorded it on opposite side. So when the error is on opposite side, we have to reverse the amount by doubling the amount. Okay, remember in account always. Again, now see here space is over, so I will write the things on credit side. Still some space is there, we can use this space for 11, 12, 13. After that we will write on the next side. Okay. Now on page number 276, 25th one. Payment side of cash book is overcast. Payment side of cash book is overcast. Now what is the meaning of overcast and undercast? Overcast means shown more and undercast means shown less. So this also you write in the margin of your notebook, so that always you can remember. If the space is not enough, use the second page margin and write there only, because these small things are useful while solving the sum. So at that time you have to know what is the meaning. So overcast means shown more, undercast means shown less. Now what is the question? The payment side of cash book is overcast. Payment side means where we are decreasing our bank balance. We have shown it more. Payment side of cash book is overcast. We have shown more payments. Actually the payments were less, but we are showing more, so we have to add the difference. Why we have to add the difference? Because actually payments were 100 rupees, but we are showing it as 200 rupees. So we have shown 100 rupees less, so 100 rupees we have to add back. Add back means we have to write it on opposite side. So payment side of cash book overcast. Now see, if payment side of cash book is overcast and we have to add, then if the payment side is undercast, then we will subtract. If the payment side is undercast, we have to subtract. Okay? And in the same way, if receipt side is undercast, we will add. See, now next thing is that only. Number 27. After 25 I am taking 27. The receipt side of cash book is undercast. Receipt side means debit side. Debit side means income side. By mistakenly it is shown less. The receipts means the incomes are shown less, and actually bank is showing all the incomes correctly. Bank is showing all the expense also and payments also correctly, but it is our mistake. It is the mistake of cash book. So when it is the mistake of cash book, we have to reverse the thing. See, when it is overcast, you do it on opposite side. You do it on opposite side. So payment was overcast. Payment was overcast, so we have added. Now if receipt is undercast, again we have to add. So receipt side of cash book undercast. Okay, this thing you have to remember. Now if receipt side is overcast, we have to subtract, because these are all the transactions which we need to add. Now again, this 26th and 28th is not required, because that transactions are not in our exercise. So cancel 26 and 28, and now last is left 29. Check credited in passbook which is not recorded in cash book. Credited in passbook means bank is crediting, bank is adding, so we will also have to add. Check credited in passbook. Unrecorded in cash book. So again we will add. Now see friends, all the add transactions are over. All the add transactions are over. So when the transactions are over, we have to total them. We have to total them and we have to write plus, because they all are add, and we will show here. And from this we will again add it and write it here. Now the continue part I am writing here. Don't think that there are two parts. A continue part is there, but I am not having space, so I am showing it on credit side. Okay, so this is the continued part only. Now what you have to do? Now you have to give the heading less. All these transactions are add transactions. And what were the reasons for adding? If bank has added, we will also have to add, and if bank has not subtracted, we will also have to add. There are two ways for adding. Before this, I have shown 4 rules. Do what others have done. If opposite is adding, we will add. If opposite is not subtracting, we will add. So all these are that transactions. Now less transactions are, if opposite party is subtracting, we will also subtract. If opposite party is not adding, we will again subtract. Okay, number 1. Now see, all these add transactions are from page number 276, number 15 to 29, and in that 26 and 28 you cancel because such questions are not there. And again, now we are seeing the transactions from page number 275 from 1 to 14, because from 15 all the transactions are here except that 26 and 28 you have to cancel because that questions are not there in exercise. And from 1 to 14 all will be here. And again you have to cancel number 10 and number 12. So in short, if I am telling page 275, cancel 10th, 12th. Page 276, cancel 26, 28. Yes, these 4 transactions are not there anywhere, so you have to cancel them. Okay. Now, number 1. Checks received from customers, deposited with bank but not collected by bank. Totally opposite of this transaction. We are receiving the check. Here we are giving the check. We are receiving the check. We are going to bank and depositing it, but bank is not adding the amount. Bank is not collecting the amount from our customers. There may be so much reasons. Due to bank holiday, or there is insufficient bank balance in the amount of customer. There are so much reasons. So that bank is not adding the amount in our account. So if bank is not adding, we will subtract. Checks received from customers, comma, deposited with bank but not collected by bank. Show a right? Yeah. Okay. Now next, number 2. Payment made by the bank on behalf of the trader, not recorded in cash book. Again, this is opposite of here. Why? Because here bank is collecting amount and he is crediting in our amount. But we are not doing. Bank is adding, so we are not doing anything. If bank is adding, we will also add. Now totally opposite. Bank is making payment, so bank is subtracting, but we are not doing anything. So if bank is subtracting, we will also have to subtract. So payment made by the bank on behalf of trader, comma, not recorded in cash book. Third. So most of the transactions are opposite transactions only. Now next, check received from customers but not deposited with bank. Again, this is similar. Again, this transaction and this transaction are also similar. We are receiving the check from our customers, but we are only not going to bank. Here we are going to bank, but bank is not adding. Now in this transaction, we are not only going bank, we are just receiving. So in cash book it will be added, but in bank it will be not added. So again bank it is not added, so we will subtract. So checks received from customers but not deposited in bank. Okay, we are receiving the check but we are only not going to bank. It is our fault that if we have gone to bank have added, but if bank is not adding, we will subtract. Deposited means plus but not deposited means minus. Okay. Fourth, bank charges collected and debited by bank but not recorded in cash book. Bank is recording bank charges means bank is debiting bank charges from us, but we are not recording. Bank is debiting means bank is subtracting, and we are not subtracting, so we will also have to subtract. Bank charges debited by bank unrecorded in cash book. So this is totally opposite. Here bank is crediting means bank is adding, we are not adding, so we are adding. Here bank is debiting means bank is subtracting, we are not subtracting, so we will also have to subtract. Fifth, check deposited with the bank is dishonored. Check dishonored is not recorded in cash book. Okay, there are two types of dishonor. So here I make the thing clear. You have to change little bit thing. Here I am changing. Check issued and dishonored. Check issued and dishonored, and here it is. Check deposited and dishonored, unrecorded in cash book. Now both are totally opposite. See, I will explain. You have to change here. Check is issued and dishonored. We are giving the check, so we are subtracting, and bank has to subtract, but bank has not subtracted because check is rejected. So bank has not subtracted, we will add. Now check is deposited. Deposited means plus. So bank have to add in our account, but bank is not adding and bank is rejecting. Bank is not adding, so less. Here bank is not subtracting, so plus. 6. Bills payable paid by bank not recorded in cash book. Bills payable paid by bank unrecorded in cash book. Now again this is opposite. Here bank is receiving bills receivable, so bank is adding, we will also add. Here bank is paying for our bills payable, so bank is subtracting, we will also subtract. So most of the transactions are totally opposite. Next, interest allowed by bank is recorded twice in cash book. See, interest allowed by bank is recorded twice. Here bank charges are recorded twice, so one time we have to add. Here bank interest is recorded twice in cash book, so one time we have to subtract because bank interest is our income. We are adding two times, so one time we will subtract. Bank charges is our expense. We have to subtract, but we are subtracting two times, so one time we have to add. Interest allowed by bank is recorded twice in cash book. Okay, totally opposite transactions of each other. Number 8. Now again, like this is another example. Here interest is given by the bank, but by mistake we were recording on credit side. Actually it was received, but by mistake we are recording as payment, so double amount. In the same way, bank charges are our expense. We have to record it on payment side. By mistake we are recording on receipt side. So when the side is wrong, when the time is wrong, you have to do one time opposite. See here two times, so one time reverse. And when the side is more, you have to write the double amount. You have to write the double amount. So bank charges recorded in cash book on receipt side by mistake. Double. So friends, always remember when the side is wrong, the amount will be double. Next, number 9. Okay, now number 9 and 10 will be same and opposite like here. That here payment side of cash book is overcast. So here it will be payment side of cash book undercast. Here receipt side is undercast. So here receipt side of cash book overcast. Now take the total of here. Now from this subtract this amount and find out here, and we will write bank balance. If the answer is in plus, it is bank balance, or bank overdraft. If the answer is in minus, as per passbook, and in bracket opposite side. Cash book is our side, passbook is opposite side. Again, I will explain these two things because I have written directly. Now see, payment side. Payment side is where we have to subtract the transaction, where our bank balance is decreasing. If it is undercast, means if it is shown less by mistake, then you have to subtract. Why? Because you have shown less. In the same way, if receipt side is shown less or undercast, then again you have to add. Now these are the normal entries. If payment is undercast, then minus. Payment is undercast, then minus. Receipt is undercast, then also minus. Because same side, same effect. Now opposite effect on opposite side. Now if if payment side is overcast, means credit side is shown more, then you have to do the difference on opposite side, means receipt side. You have receipt side means adding side, payment side means subtract side. So payment side overcast, then you have to add, and receipt side overcast, then you have to subtract. So I hope that from this thing 50 to 60% you have understood. Remaining 40% you will be still confused that why these are plus and minus. That you can understand when we are solving the sum on the next day, that is tomorrow. But still this thing will be explained tomorrow. So all these transactions I will explain on the next day also, and I will give a comparison also. So today you just write all the specimens. See, this thing is continued. After this you have to write this only, but due to less space I am writing here. Today you write all these things in your notebook. Tomorrow again we will explain, because today you will write, handwritten will be in your notebook, and again I will explain. This thing will be on the board only, no one will rub it, okay? This thing will be only board, and tomorrow I will explain in detail all these transactions. Till then, that's all for today. Thank you so much.